Welcome back everyone to Let's Play Shadow Empires in our Dune slash Arrakis-like planet, episode number 10. I'm really excited to get back to this after, it's actually been several days. I had kind of a mess up with the Rule the Waves recordings, which had unfortunately some action on this. Anyways, read the comments from the last video. That's my new mechanic, is to try to read and respond to a few if I can of the previous comments before I start the recording of the next video. Makes sense, I get all the information. Any comments up until the time I start the recording for this one, I can read. I would ask one thing. I'm seeing some comments that I'm not sure are 100% correct. Of course, the biggest problem is that most people who leave comments, just in general, are trying to give feedback, of course, and that's very welcome. Just a level of confidence in the answer, if that's possible to convey, is always preferable somehow. Just because it's pretty easy to get everyone thinking of something. If it's not right, then we're all gonna look like dummies. I mean, basically, then we'll have a situation where false information is being propagated, which is not preferable. So 5, I am a dummy. You should have gone back east. At least just by pure accident, it worked out that you were best to head over here instead of further west. The other two don't really care about. Their main headquarters is here. People have correctly mentioned, back to the comments. You can stack these infantry together, which is great. And I think it's actually worth it. These guys are only 15 XP. I wonder how it works to stack. Well, they should, wait, these are seasoned, and these are regulars. Okay, so they won't merge. They'll actually just be completely fine. We can put them, I think I will actually put them into one division, and then we can actually attach them. So I don't think I've shown this yet, but you can actually attach them. There it is. We can attach them to this group. And I think I do that through this transfer. Is it unit admin? I might have to pause and look. I haven't done it. Or, no, I have. I did it at artillery at one point. I just can't remember where it was. And who knows? For all I know, I mean, the last time I did it was definitely in the beta. I think it was on an early beta build. So I'll have to go back and look where to do this. Anyway, so it's nice that we can combine people and, all that fun stuff. It's also really nice that we are in the positive as far as our relations go. And the reason why I had the governor up when we first started this episode is I think that she is a great candidate for enhancement. I know that a lot of the governor decisions are charisma based. I think so, at least. Her natural relation point, 92. So I think she's worthy of having a medal of merit put on her. And what's the downside of that? Well, I mean, there's not much of one. The only thing is it gives them +1 seniority, which means they're harder to retire. I guess the downside is it costs a lot of political points, but I don't otherwise think it's that big of a deal. So we will execute this stratagem on our governor. And relationships improved. It's just going to bring it to 100, which is fine. It's going to give us a better bonus, which is great. We should also think about using such cards on our minister or on the director of the Economic Council. This gives a later +10 bonus on that. Well, it does take a fate point, and I don't have those to spare quite yet because a lot of people have been asking me, and I think I don't necessarily think this is actually the right decision at this point. Well, okay, there's no wrong. I mean, there's some which are strictly better, but there's very few decisions that are just strictly better. Everything's a system of trade-offs, and that's, exactly. This is why I like Shadow Empire so much, because it's exactly like a game I myself would make, in which everything is a trade-off. And there are a few strictly better options, like upgrades and stuff, but even those, you can see that Vic has done a great job balancing it, but the upgrades, they do cost a little bit more, so it's not perfectly, there is still a little argument that could be made. Like, if there's no mechanic in your game that, like, something is strictly better, that might be a little bit weird. There probably are places where it's strictly an upgrade, but it's very rare in life, right? Because there's this old saying, there is no free lunch. Okay, enough. In order to get through some turns, we're going to have to move forward. So, what do we want to do first? let's look at trade, because we are now getting radioactives. We only have 6. That's not going to be enough to get us where we want, which is to 500 so we can buy the mining operation. And again, that's right, another thing is, of course, we don't want to buy the asset quite yet, because it will have a pretty serious impact on happiness. I think it's going to have a... because there's not... like, I think it's based on the ratio of state-owned assets, the public assets already, to the private ones. Okay, there are a fair few privates. Let's go to... let's see, there's 6... okay, so 2 plus a 9, 10. So there's 6 to 10. That's not bad, actually. That's... I don't know what the impact will be. We'll see, and then we'll just have to gauge. That wasn't the system didn't used to be that. It used to be like a flat 25 or something. I forget what it was. Maybe a flat 15. Whatever the number was, I don't remember, but it used to be a flat drop. It might have actually been based on the current happiness of the population. And now this is all somehow weighted by the ratio of private versus public buildings as it is. So if the private economy, if you take their last building, they're going to be very upset. But if you take their one out of their 50, it might not be that big of a deal. I actually don't completely understand why it makes people too unhappy if you're paying for it. I guess it could be because it's almost like what's that thing when the state just takes your land because they want to build a highway or whatever. Eminent domain. It's kind of like eminent domain. We're just giving them money and then saying we own this now. So I guess that can make people upset. Okay, anyways, story is we need to get going. One of the things I was wondering actually is whether or not to play the field training, because right now there's no enemy in sight that we're going to be attacking. So it seems like we can get the advantage of that for a few turns. That said, how our experience is not amazing. It could stand to go up. I will wait for now. I think we'll wait on that. Okay, so let's go ahead and just play the stratagem and buy it. I think... oh, yeah, that's right. But then, again, it comes down to happiness. Let's wait one more turn and then I'll do it. Because I think happiness is going to continue to go up. Another card I'm very much considering playing is the Patriotic Collection. This is fantastic, but it does drop loyalty by 10. So I don't think it's quite time to do this. Anyway, let's just end the turn because let me hit 9. Is there anybody else who hasn't moved? Yeah, you, of course, that's right. Well, let's go ahead and merge these two. I probably should have merged them closer to the road because I think we're having supply issues. No, yeah, everyone's done. So let's go to transfer. Let's have this, the 3 transfer to the 4. Transfer. This has crashed my game before. Let's hope that it worked. Did it work? Yeah, it did. So now we have 1 unit which has these 2. Perfect. Okay, good. And now we will knock on wood. And, trade. Did I make sure to do everything here? 3. 0.3 is pretty good. Let's take a look at how we're doing. Okay, 244. We gained 64 this turn. We only have 91 metal to sell. We're probably not going to sell metal anyway. Fuel at 0.57 is actually extremely good to sell. So let's see if we can maybe sell 160 of it. Let's go for 200. I mean, it's just such a good value. Wait a second. That is... that's not that good of a value. Did I take it back? I'm still going to sell 200. I don't think we need that much right now. Let's hope that we don't need that much. Oh man, that's great. SHU Commander's really coming in. Really coming through for us. That was sell, right? Please tell me that was sell. Oh. Kind of stupid. Okay, this is going to be a rare thing. I'm just going to reload the game because what did we do? We moved this unit. I'm just going to reload real fast because we haven't really gone anywhere. So just 1 second. Let me undo that. Okay, great. So I redid everything except for I took the 5th and I actually sent them east this time since, well, we had the opportunity to redo that. So I wouldn't have, loaded the game just for that, but since we had the chance, I took advantage of it. So the other thing that we wanted to do right was the trade. Yeah, selling fuel for 0.3 is probably not that important. It's not gonna make it that far. I mean, it's not gonna give us that big of an advantage. I'm hoping that maybe next turn we'll have more fuel. We can sell some more radioactives. We can probably get over the hump of the 500 we want. I mean, we may not need, essentially, was what I'm saying, the 1,000 credit fate point exchange. And really, I mean, to me, the biggest thing is just making sure the population happiness goes up. So it might make more sense to sell or do whatever else to get the money. And then if we're really in a crisis, we can play this 2 fate point card, which, gives us that 2 to 20 increase in worker and population happiness. I think, what did we get, like 7 last time? Which is not that great, but even 7 is something. 7 right now would be good, and loyalty's going, I mean, I don't know, I just can't wait for problems to be over, or for our people to be happy. Hopefully I didn't already mess up anything, or forget to do anything, or we didn't do anything asset-wise. We're going to want to try to keep building that road. Now, this is the sand dune, so that means this one's free. We'll be able to build a paved road here. As soon as we can get this one, which unfortunately, since this first hex is a sand dune, is going to cost a lot. But as soon as we get to this one, we can build that one. That should be very cheap to get a paved road there. And that's going to push things along nicely. At least we know that now the bottleneck won't be here. It'll just be here. Just 200 kilometers further. So I don't know why we're watching the replay together, but hey, every now and then I just gotta let you see one, right? And who knows, maybe there'll be some interesting movement from the raiders up there. Oh my god, did I forget to move that guy? And why is he in blue? Interesting. I may have forgotten to move this unit. Considering I forgot to move other units already, I'm pretty sure I did. I'm not going to go back and reload. Actually, I think that there's an autosave at the very end of the turn. So I could do that. Is he dead yet? He had 500. What is he at? Still at 500. Oh my god! We almost got our happiness place back. Okay, let's take a look at the preview. No, not preview, actually. That's not what I want. I wanted used. Just to give us an idea of who's doing well, who's not. Some people are not doing well. It's so funny to me that because the logistics can't even go to the east, it actually reaches people by going to the west, even though they are on the east. It's very bizarre. Okay, so I'm sure we're seeing the that's very weird to me that the bottleneck is here. I just gave the paved roads. The paved roads does not increase throughput. Wait, no. The bottleneck is not related to paved roads. Wow, I'm a dummy. It's not related to paved roads. It's only related to what truck station you have. And, well, I guess how much you're splitting. Sorry about that. Had to cut away for a second, but yeah, actually this reminded me that we haven't built the truck station here, and I think I decided I was going to, just to see how the transport hub and the other one play together. So let's just go ahead and do it. It also is nice since obviously the supply base being attached there is going to be really helpful. It means that we won't have to put another supply base for this truck station at all. So yeah, let's go ahead and build it. It's going to take 100 metal. We have 100 industrial points. We have. Let's get that going, because now, logistics is starting to become a problem. So we'll do that, and then as soon as this paved road, now it's much more important for the paved road to be further. And the weird thing, this is a little bit weird to me, but maybe it's not so weird. The weird thing at least me, is that building a paved road in the middle of a line, and not just at the start, is still going to be beneficial since it does not have to deal with bottlenecks. So it's just how much does it decrease going from one hex to the next? How much does your whatever decrease? So we have the 100 points locked away for this. We can actually do this. This is 300, which we don't have. I would still like to do that first because that's going to impact before the fork in the road. But okay, let's just be realistic. And let's do it this way. 100. Just I'm set in stone, so it's a little bit weird. You know, you go through your... I've been in situations like this, on roads like this, where it's like, okay, there's some paved road up, now you're going to get a little bit of dirt off road. And then, okay, you get into paved road again, and then, okay, it's dirt from there on. That's something like the situation we're dealing with here. And, you know, I mentioned as well that we probably should continue to build our road up here, but I want to make sure our industrial points is already nicely saved away for that truck station, because, again, that's going to have I think the biggest impact on our logistics right now, which wouldn't be surprising. That's very normal for us, for the truck station itself to be a huge determining factor. Now, one thing I forgot to do, I mean, there's so many things I'm forgetting to do, because there's not really like a structured flow to my turn, and I think that, honestly, you got to build up a pattern for a turn, which I'm not yet following. You got to do things in a specific order so that you remember how to do things, and most games now have a little reminder. I mean, I was just playing, what is it? Oh, 2 games were like this. I was playing Warhammer. Both of them are Warhammer games. That's crazy. I'm not even that big of a Warhammer fan. I like it, but it's not the end-all be-all for me. I was playing Total War Warhammer 2, and I was also playing Warhammer 40k Gladius, and both of them allow you like click through the different steps for your turn to like make sure you aren't forgetting anything. Anyways, I haven't assigned an advisor. That's the main thing. I'd like to attach him to somebody. I was originally thinking about attaching him to... Can you not? Oh yeah, the governor of Cambridge. But I think at this point we'll get more benefit out of attaching him to the economic advisor. Economic advisor is capacity 4. Oh my gosh, they're going to be so good. I gotta give them more money and let them really go free. Anyways, what's our decisions? I didn't even look at this yet. Here we go. Okay, this is the profile stuff. So, middle option looks good. Losing autocracy is fine with me. Gaining mind, which is going to have a back action on fist. So we should actually be gaining both mind and losing fist, which is like win-win to me. Heart would have a back action on mind, which we don't want, and fist would have a very strong action on mind. So yeah, in every way, I think this middle option is the best. It also doesn't annoy our governor. We don't give her what she wants, but she understands. The last one is like brutal. So let's do this one. This is like kind of a nice one. We get the profile stuff we want out of it, and there's like no negative basically, which is a rare thing. Okay, now people have been asking me, when are you going to start doing the Military Research Council? I really should. I think I'm going to wait just a little bit longer. Let's see, how are we doing assets-wise on getting the next Military Command HQ thing? High Command HQ, we need 400 metal. Yeah, and I just blew 100 of our metal. Sadly, it's like this is now basically impossible because of my own greed for something else. No, I mean, it makes sense, right? I think it was a wise decision to get the trucks because we need to keep expanding. Yeah, I'm going to say none for now. I would love to get the military council. It's so helpful, but I don't have the bureaucratic points to spread that thin. I don't think so, at least. Let me take a look at how we're doing right now. So Supreme Command Council got 11. That's not bad. You got 43, 30, 13, 7. Okay, so you got a fair amount. I suppose there's probably a command, like a council's overview or something. Bureaucratic points. Is that in the Empire dashboard? So this tells me I have 181, but I don't... Oh, yeah, here it is. It is here. Good, so this is what I wanted to see. 22, 83, 40, and 36. Well, it looks pretty okay to me. I think I would decrease the Secret Service Council. And I would be happy to give that money to... It's only 36 though, yeah. Okay, I think it's a good idea not to get one yet. We'll get one soon. Well, I'm not sure. I haven't like weighed all the pros cons, but my gut feeling tells me not to. Although I know that there's a law of diminishing returns if you apply too many bureaucratic points to a council. I wonder if there's like some kind of loss of efficiency if you apply too few. Anyway, we'll keep moving further away from our supply lines because I've heard that's a great thing to do when you're already stretched to the bare. But next turn we should have a huge boost. So wait a second, that won't be next turn, that'll be in 2 turns. Damn you, supply. That's such a frustrating thing to deal with. The 2-turn effect. Now do you... Yes, okay, good. So with the adding them together, they actually project zone of control very nicely. It's very nice that they do this. They project zone of control to the hexes around them, not just the only hex itself, which was what they previously did, just like this guy. So that means, I guess, if you get enough sentient AIs or whatever AI cards, you probably can eventually merge enough of these that they also would exert zone of control, and that would be actually a really big deal, I think. Do something like this, you're yellow, but not red, so you know. It's kind of silly for us to take more territory this way, but fine, we'll do it. It just means that we control this road, which doesn't really seem to be... I don't know why they didn't just take it. I guess they build their own roads, so it doesn't matter anyway. And you get this kind of goofy AI. We've all... I mean, that's not necessarily true. Let me just inform you, just in case you haven't heard. Just in case we all have not heard that the AI can build free roads. They can build free roads, and it does end up with this terrible system that is very frustrating for player to conquer because of the splits. You know, we're already doing traffic signal stuff with the logistics to try to make things work. And then when you do, you know, that's a very simple system, but imagine getting to something like this and then the traffic signals just become ridiculous. So, okay, so very good. What else do we need to do? What else? You just go to 8 and 9, see if there's anybody we haven't moved yet. I know this guy hasn't moved. Oh, good. We got more militia. Oh no, this is a person we actually ran back into the town intentionally, so that's still good. Do we want to move anybody this way? I don't think so. We'd have to redo the supply anyway. Yeah, we don't have anybody camping over here. Probably be good just to keep information going. That's fair. Oh, you made it into town. Yeah, well, you need to keep going. And you also need to keep going. Okay, so I think that's everyone now. No, it's not. Okay, how far can... We can almost get there. Huh? That's pretty good. Where the hell... I'm scared because I know that there were raiders up here and I'm a little worried that they're in the high mountains. But anyways, if you can survive one more turn, then I think... Ooh, your food is down to 0. We might see some starvation happening in a bad way. So if you can make it a little bit longer, and we're going to need to build roads. Okay, dirt road. Does it cost less than 40? It does. Yes, then we'll do it. We'll just try to get it as far as possible. So basically it won't matter because we're already bottlenecked this turn, but next turn when this... Oh, never mind, we have 2 turns. Oh my god, we have so many turns before this... No! Okay, we do have a few turns before this will kick in. Probably shouldn't have done this. Just so we would have had more industrial points. No, that's not the issue. The issue is just as soon as we can get this truck station. Okay, good. So in one sense, buying the existing one would be nice if we'd done the 1,000 pay point card, but... Yeah, now that we're not going to try to do that, I guess I should consider selling stuff. 200 fuel, 200... We have 298. Okay, so maybe I can sell 200 fuel. We're about to... I mean, I'm seeing plus 50 a turn or so, or at least plus 30 or more. So I feel a little confident doing this for 60 credits because note to ourselves that the new truck station is going to take another 10 oil, or fuel I should say, away per turn. But it seems like we're okay. So let's sell this. 60 more credits. Hey, this SHQ guy, he's so helpful. Metal, we're not selling. Sorry, no. It's definitely a strict line. Food is actually selling for a good amount. We can maybe sell 500 of it. You know, at making 213 a turn, I'm actually going to sell 600 of it because this is going to tank the market anyway. We're not going to be able to sell food for a while. Might as well get it while... I mean, this is selling high. It's not very big. It's only 138 credits, but...
Copy that.
Am I crazy? Are we getting close to 500 credits? And we can easily sell the radioactives for the remainder. Okay, what's our... Oh, no. What? Okay, danger's at 3. Diminished, diminished, diminished. Maybe that's why I had troops in there. Maybe there was a reason for them to be there. Okay, let's look at replenishing troops. Maybe... Yeah, we need to replenish 200. We already have 200 ready to replenish. So if we can buy some more of these, if they're not too expensive, it would be helpful just because it'll reduce unrest. 30. That is so painful. We cannot do that. The most we can do is 7, and I think I will just do exactly 7. And that puts us at exactly the 100 points I need to build this, and we need to build it, so that's priority number 1. Okay, so we can still sell and buy if we want. I think we might as well sell the radioactives for just the 446. I think the best idea is to wait as long as possible before buying. Oh right, we don't want to buy now because this went down and that's not a good thing. Okay, so we'll wait one more turn. We'll collect another 6 radioactives before we essentially tank the market for those as well. But actually, at the same time, we only need 50. Let's see if we can get 50 through any possible means. We could sell another 100 food. That's not going to get us all the way there, but this gives us another 23. Yeah, we can probably do the 23. I know it's crazy, but our food looks like it's doing okay, so we're just gonna trash our supply a bit. 28 credits. Thank you, SHQ. Thank you. We should just know. Thank you, Buzz. We should just call him by his name. And now we're 82, and we could just sell 1 of these. Or we could sell 1 radioactive and then be prepared to sell at slightly lower value later. 37.2. I wonder how much... This is kind of an interesting experiment. Let's just sell 1 radioactive because this will give us the money we need. We shouldn't need to sell more in the near future. Now, I still feel like we might as well just tank the market, take the money and run if we're going to do this at all. Yeah, in that case, I'd rather sell the machine, just 1 machine part. Thank you, Buzz. And let's go ahead and do it. I mean, I'm just going to bite the bullet here. So this was giving us 50 and 19. And the cool thing is, when it gives us... Yeah, when we own it, it'll give us 50 and 19. Oh, it only dropped by 1 point. Wow, we can handle that. So it'll only give us 50 and 19 of those, but it'll also, most importantly, give us rare metal. So there we go. We now own it. We've satisfied the commenters who have been mentioning this to me. I think everything is good now. And I think that's this turn as well. Stratagems, maybe? Ooh, what's this? XP of all governors. We only have 1 governor, so that's not that big of a deal. I mean, it is helpful, but might as well save it. We can do this now, which I'm licking my lips at. I love getting the technology. How is loyalty still improving? Oh god, we really gotta get our act together. I hope that that doesn't keep going down. Unrest should be just plummeting. Danger's almost gone. Fear's almost gone. Wow, we got pretty unlucky. I wonder if there's like a roll. Wow. Population diminished to 5 because of 21. That's incredible. Not in a good way. Okay, well let's hope that this drops by another 6, 5, maybe 5 next turn. And hopefully it doesn't do that much, as much as it did this time, which was 5 points. Wow, yeah. But I don't know if we need to do anything else this turn. And again, I don't have a nice pattern that I'm using every time. So I'm pretty subject to mistakes and oversights. And, you know, I say that nowadays that's kind of a decision that most designers are making, is to implement some system where you can just go through the flow quickly. But it doesn't exist for a lot of war games, so this is par for the course for a lot of the war games, like any Gary Grigsby title, same problem. Okay, so we'll end the turn and I'll cut away. And back we are, round 29. Wow, we're on round 29? So we're averaging about 3 turns an episode. That's, well, not great, but it's fine. A bonus, that's a really nice one. Increased income tax. I think we'll probably enact that just to get a little bit more money. Shadow Spy, Bureaucratic Push. These are all fantastic. That was really good card delivery. Government gets to at least 56. Is that the one we want? Yes, it is. Oh, so Mind is still not having a back action on Fist. Not yet. I saw the last turn, I didn't show it, but there's this screen profile overview. It does, okay, so yeah, so Commerce did have, so Commerce is like the one that I don't care. I actually don't want the back action to happen, but it is happening. The government was suppressed by 1 due to the dominant profile Commerce, because, you know, they don't sum, they sum to over 100, so there should be some return to the resting point of 100. But Commerce actually lost 1 because of its interactions with government. So I think we'll hit accept. We'll try to get there. Secret Service. Yeah, somebody explained this to me as active field operations means the spies you already have out there. Like how long were they retained and whatnot. So I think that that's a pretty okay thing to have. I don't know if I need to change anything. Spying operations themselves, we have a few cards. I would prefer to have more. But this is just such a low priority for me. I think that what we'd want to do is like kind of keep it the way it is. Have spying operations a little bit lower priority and hopefully just maintain the ones that we have. Okay, I think this is it. 35, 15, 50. It's fine. It's basically no change. That may not even impact the bureaucratic point distribution. Okay, we're back up by 2. This is good to know. Population loyalty is going up. That's great. So there's still this real hope. And now everyone's right over here. Yeah, but this is now constructed, right? So the next turn, it'll provide its things, which means in 2 more turns, we'll actually get supply out. Jeez, that is just such a... That is pretty convoluted. I mean, we know it, so we can kind of plan accordingly. How are you guys doing? Haven't lost anybody yet. That's good. And the great thing is we actually captured this this population happiness thing. I probably should have done this the other way. So I need to zone this. Let me see if I can raise... change the zone. Yeah, this is all... Is it Cambridge? Okay, so... Drawing hex for Cambridge. I think I messed this up, unfortunately. I think if I had drawn it with this unit, that I would have actually got the benefit of it. I think next turn, just by... I think it'll automatically go there, but I'm not 100% sure about that. Oh, we can actually go here? Well, I mean, this is going to doom our supply, but whatever. I think the militia, we might even want to have them be the ones who... Man, where did that... Like, real question, where did that Marauder unit go? Like, we are way the hell up here now. I also want to ask the question, where should my militia versus my army go? Yeah, let's try to... I might need to pause real fast. Let me find out where I can attach this one. Okay, well, like, it took me 2 seconds, just the first place I looked. I went to the unit HQ of this guy. And change HQ. Now, I think... Yeah, there it is. And we get one more. I think you can attach one more, which is nice. So he's now a part of my fighters. And honestly, one of the great things is we can get experience for them if we play the same card. The one that I haven't played yet, the field training, is that what it's called? Yeah. I don't know if I'll play it, but if we were to play it now, he gets the advantage of that card as well. Move mode, move mode. Who has movement available? Does that mean he's here? No. Just, where are you? And I think I may even want to just start trying to get around this peak, this infernal mountain. This is so nice, though. I mean, this is what you want, these borders to be secure. Now, honestly, we're going to need a city in the middle here. This happiness bonus is going to be given to Cambridge for now, but ultimately we're going to have another city because, I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so the new city could start as early as here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like right there. That actually makes sense to me. We might discover some other stuff here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, well, it doesn't matter actually. Distance away doesn't matter, but happiness will go to... Should go to... Oh, this is 2 things? No, no, no. It's not. It's this as well. We actually get both for the moment. Okay, that's fantastic. Refugees is population. Okay, perfect. I mean, the population is going to start being happier, I think. What was the final verdict on that? Yeah, diminished by 4 due to unrest. It didn't happen due to... So I think that fear and... I think when they're low enough that it's the game's... It seems like it's a roll. I bet you that for every point, it's like one D100 roll to see if there'll be a point taken away. And probably that's the reason why it was... Well, 4 points for unrest is 1 less than last time, which seems not too bad. I mean, if you were actually doing that, rolling the D100... It shouldn't be that way. Oh, I don't know, how would it be? I don't know. Maybe it's rolling... I don't know. I really don't know. But... yeah, I guess if there's a skill check, it just would depend on what's the skill check for this. Whatever. That's way too late for me to try to do that math, but let's shelve that. Pretend I didn't say it. It might be pure nonsense. It might not be, but I just can't. I'm not following my own train of thought, and that's not a good sign. Probably worthwhile for us to at least check on how things were going last turn. Yeah, just not good. Oh! Actually, not as bad as I thought. Let's preview for next turn. Oh, next turn is actually going to have this in improvement already in place? No. No, it's not, because this is 200. It's not 1,200. I think Chris was saying that they add together, so we should have 1,200. No, we should have 700, because it should be 500 split. I can stop that if I choose. I could put a roadblock going back. But I'm not going to do that yet, because I don't think we're going to need it. I think 700 will actually... should be plenty. Yeah, the main thing is... what's this asset at? So it's a level 1 asset. That's why it only needs 100. Okay, yeah, but 200 were actually present. That's good. How's the resources doing? 15. Down. So we actually still have... that's actually good. And you are completed. So the next question to ask is what to do next. And I'm putting all my weight behind bureaucratic point production. Workers, we may even have enough workers to do the bureaucratic office. I'm looking at metal, that's the big shortage right now, but we did save our... What? What? What the hell? What? 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 What the hell happened? The market crashed on radioactives. These were 5 times more expensive last turn. Am I crazy? What is going on? I didn't sell them last turn, right? I did not. And now I feel like I should load up the game and go sell them. That's horrible. Okay, so let's just verify that we're, getting 50. We're getting more fuel. This is more. I think this is double what we were getting. And then obviously we get the 19 rare metals, so that's the moneymaker. Apparently radioactives are not. That's just crazy. I don't have a feel for radioactives, the money that they cost. I have no idea. None at all. But hey, that's a really bad thing. Oh, we have water to sell? Hell yeah, we're gonna sell water. 500, I think. So our water situation is good. 80 credits, I mean, yeah, we'll do it. 103 credits, that's even better. Thank you, Buzz. I haven't looked at his name, but it's a pretty easy name to remember. It's nice catchy name too, Buzz. What else would we want to do? We might even... I'm thinking of selling things. I was thinking of selling the radioactives if they didn't tank so horribly. To actually buy metal. Metal's at 2.4. It's not cheap. We can only... Well, we can't. We can only buy 44 because that's all we can afford right now. But if we could sell something and actually make money... stupid system here. We could actually buy a lot of metal and then we could kind of get... I mean, ultimately, you gotta spend money to make money, right? So we're going to have to spend metal to get metal. I don't know how that analogy holds because it's actually spend metal to get industrial points. Because what I'm referring to here is actually the factory. Or the industry. But, yeah, this guy has 1,500 metal. And we don't have any production of metal. All we have is our scavenging thing. And we didn't win the bid. The expansion bid, if you know what I mean. To get Kulakreet, which would have had its own, supply of 17k scavenger. Oh my gosh, I almost wanted to declare war on you, Robespierre, just for that. That is 17k, that's substantial. Now, unfortunately, oh my gosh. Maybe Robespierre is a good target for us. They have so much scavenging that we could take advantage of. They have the Metal Walker, which is great. This is it's a major. The obvious choice was, or should have been, Montanak, but I don't know. Well, anyways, we gotta call this video to a close here, so let's see. No decisions left. Is there anything left I need to do? I guess I'll just figure that out when I pick it up on the next episode. Oh yeah, there's plenty of stuff to do. We gotta do the usual advancements. It's fine. Okay, these guys are going to be out of supply. Everyone's going to be out of supply very soon. And having the 85 here is actually pretty cool, so we can expand this road more. And I think it's worth doing. At least one more spot. This is only going to take 24, the bare minimum. Absolutely. Now I'm not really sure where we would want to go. Do we want to turn here? Do we want to go up and then turn? I think I like that the most, but just leave the final decision to the next video. So for now, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you back for the next one. Until then, stay safe and take care.